What? With that, let's talk about the brand split. What do you think?
I'm for it. I think there's a lot of underutilized talent on the roster, and I really think this is the way to give them more exposure they need.
Okay.
I'm sure that's a canned answer. You probably hear it a lot, but
Yeah.
I really do feel that. I hope this is a chance for the developmental to be moved up and pushed more so.
Who do you think moved? Where do you think the big? Let's just talk about the big guys. Let's talk about Cena. Let's talk about the Shield. Let's talk about the heck. Let's talk about New Day. Um, we'll cut it with the Wyatts and with Enzo and Cass. Let's say all those guys. If that's not enough to.
I think I would put Cena on SmackDown.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Speaking of just, if you want to really push SmackDown as your competitor, which is what this is,
Yeah.
they're saying we want to. We're both on USA. We're both wrestling shows. We're going to compete with each other.
It's got to be a competition for sure. Those guys in the locker rooms have to be out to get the other team. We're the better show,
Yeah,
like it used to be,
yeah.
like WCW versus WWE.
I think there should be very, very few interactions between them at first.
Okay.
I don't think there needs to be invasion right away. You know.
Okay.
I think that'll ruin it.
That's true. Oh, and I didn't say AJ Styles, but put AJ Styles in there too.
I forgot about him. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I like AJ a lot,
but I think you put Cena on SmackDown.
Okay.
And you keep the Shield guys on Raw.
You keep them all together.
I think so.
I don't know about that. I would. I've been saying forever that you keep the title on Dean and you move him to. But after what happened, because Roman's going to be back at the next pay per view. His thing ends like 2 days before, and the next pay per view happens 3 days after the brand split, something like that. It's all in the same time. It overlaps. Roman will not be there for the SmackDown that the draft happens on, but he'll be there for the pay per view.
Yeah.
I think you put Roman and Cena both on SmackDown now instead of Dean that I had in my head before.
I don't think you have to separate
Always,
the big
yeah.
ratings.
He's. I will say it, and people get upset about it because they don't want to admit it. John Cena is the best wrestler. He's the best talker on mic. He's the best overall out of anybody in the locker room right now. He again draws money. He gets the crowd going.
He is WWE's biggest asset.
Absolutely.
So I'd say you put him, what has been generally considered a weaker show,
Right.
in history, the SmackDown. Put him on that show and hope Star brings that up. Hopefully, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad show to begin with, but I'm just saying you get more people to watch it, more people be invested in SmackDown.
That'll put butts in seats.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, for sure.
And so that's my reasoning for that. But then with Raw, you keep Dean on Raw because he has been shown to draw people, you know.
Yeah, the reporting has showed Roman that's another thing going along with my theory. Have you heard this statistic? Mm-hmm. Roman has been booked on the A shows as the main event,
mm-hmm.
and Dean's been booked on like the B shows as the main event, drawing and making the same amount of money.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that goes along with my theory of Roman losing had nothing to do.
But
okay.
But like I said, I think he knew he was losing going into it, and
he knew that he was going to fail a drug test, or
no.
Okay.
I knew he was going to lose the title.
Oh, and he was just phone. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. Okay.
Yeah, he knew he was losing the title, so he kind of came in and was just like, he's not a great actor to begin with, has been established.
No. Suffering Succotash, son.
Yeah.
He's not a good actor.
So, hiding his emotions during the match,
okay,
I felt was lacking.
I wish you would have watched Raw. He like lashed out at the crowd pretty good.
I heard about that.
You heard about it, okay. He said, because he's saying, Roman's, like, the crowd's going, you can't wrestle, which is BS, because if Roman can do one thing, it's wrestle. He puts on the hell of a match every time he's in the ring, and that's since, a year ago? I haven't seen him in a bad match, besides, I think someone corrected me the other day. At WrestleMania, he was in a bad match. He couldn't help that. Had nothing to do with it being him or Triple H. It was all the crowd. They were going to ruin it no matter what. They didn't want to see it. let's talk about somebody else who's suspended right now. Jerry the King Lawler. You know much about that?
I had just from what I've read, on the dirt sheets.
What did the dirt sheets tell you?
That it was just they had some sort of domestic abuse situation and got arrested, so he's suspended now.
The more I hear about this, the more and I'm gonna get, if people watch this, they're gonna be upset with me. The more I read about this, the more I hear about it, the more I'm on Jerry the King Lawler's side. No, see you laugh a bit, but you gotta hear me out.
I haven't heard any specifics.
Hear me out. Okay. All right. Let's forget we're talking about this. Okay. Let's switch the sexes around. Okay. So, girl and guy, husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. Let's say the guy's drunk and he starts getting belligerent with her and there's a domestic dispute. Who goes to jail? Depend who got hit. Who goes to jail? Should
be both people.
Right, should be both people. But
more often than not, it'd be the drunk man.
The drunk man's going to go to jail. Everyone knows King doesn't drink. Like that's been a thing for forever.
And if he does, he shouldn't with his health issues.
Right, with his heart. Right, right. But supposedly, the more I hear about this, she was being a drunk POS and saying stuff like, I'm going to kill myself and blah, 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 had a gun out or something.
Yeah.
So what I hear is he hit her a couple times, slammed her face on the table, set the gun in front of her and said, do it. Now, I'm not saying that that's okay, but maybe he got hit too. Maybe there's a lot more to the story. It just seems like we should hear a little bit more than what we are. I'd like to reserve judgment in a case where the person who was assaulted was the one that's belligerent and drunk. It just doesn't add up to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could take a side. I guess I really shouldn't say that I'm on Jerry the King Lawler's side. I'm gonna wait. Makes sense. I mean,
doesn't he have a history with domestic abuse though?
Yeah. So there's that going against it, and how many wives has he had? A bunch, right? That was the one he was all happy with at the Hall of Fame ceremony,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But I think WWE's taken a zero tolerance stance with domestic abuse lately
with what's his name?
Rose.
Adam Rose. Yeah. He was such a lemon there at the end, wasn't he?
Definitely not a rosebud.
Not a rosebud.
But yeah, I think especially, I'm not saying because of Chris Benoit, and that wasn't a domestic abuse situation.
But because of Chris Benoit.
Yeah, but because of Chris Benoit, I think that WWE is a zero tolerance for.
Okay. Makes sense. But where does he get, I heard this in something I want to say something I'd listened to before. Does he get paid during this time?
I would assume it's an unpaid suspension, just like Roman's.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he has
Roman did something for sure. Jerry
still...
has been arrested and innocent until proven guilty. I guess if you're not doing the work, you don't get paid. But does that just differentiate per contract, or is that black and white?
He may have a better contract than Roman. He's been around a lot longer.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I've never been arrested and had to miss work.
Uh-oh. Not yet, anyways.
Yeah, not yet. Not
right.